Behind the Cape. Would you like to discuss how they are already planning to boot Kang from the MCU and start a whole Doctor Doom storyline?
Bruh, bullshit. I don't know who Jonathan Majors, had sex with and then stopped talking to around the same time he stopped messing with Stephanie McMahon and started messing with Megan Good. But man, he sure has a thing for love-scorned women. Hey, Rocky, please. We love your guest appearances, but can you go back to your bed, please? Back to your bed. Yeah, I don't know. He has a thing for love-scorned women. Like 100%. It's got to be what it is. Because where do you even come from with this story? Okay, so after a massive bomb on a project that they all felt like was going to be the revival of their phase, they rethought the direction of the phase. Is that supposed to be news?
Wasn't that supposed to be the start of the new phase?
That was the start of phase 5.
Yeah. Okay.
So it first of all, we talked about that way back when Quantumania came out. Mm-hmm. It's not news.
Right.
It's literally not news. And number two, it said that they considered it. We still here watching Jonathan Majors in Loki season 2, right? So obviously that's not the way it went. Not to mention, for that to even have made sense, it wasn't on the project that Jonathan Majors was in to make that happen, to bring Doctor Doom to the forefront. It would have had to happen in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, the movie before it.
The movie that came out in damn November?
Yeah.
The November before?
Yep.
And y'all cut that scene. So what are we talking about, man? What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Like, talk about rehashing a situation from the beginning of the year. Ant-Man came out in like February. Rehashing a situation from the beginning of the year to make Jonathan Majors look bad, because there's no other reason to bring that up. Fam, Jonathan Majors was far from the worst thing about that movie.
The facts.
He was like really one of the only watchable things about that movie.
MODOK was the worst thing about that movie.
There were plenty of things. I won't
there were
rank
other
them.
things, but MODOK was the worst.
Cassie being unsufferable. There was the
Pretty
plot. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There was a lot. There was the fact that Kang died by ants.
No Luis.
Yeah, no. It was just all fucked up.
So, in good news for Marvel, the Echo trailer came out, and this kind of goes hand in hand with...
That shit look fire.
Yeah, it does. That goes hand in hand with the fact that they are releasing a new brand, Marvel Spotlight, which will cover more of the street level characters, the lesser known street level characters, and Echo will be TVMA.
I think, first of all, Echo being TVMA gives me a reason to be interested in it. It does. Doesn't mean that it's going to be good. Doesn't mean that we're completely breaking the Marvel mold with this show. But it gives me a reason to be interested because they're declaring it, not just saying it with, Moon Knight, oh, it's the darkest tone we've ever had. No, they're letting you know with their actions by rating it TVMA. Mm-hmm. Right? There are certain things that have to happen in that show to get that rating. So, with that being said, I'm going to come into it with open eyes, and I'll be, and I'll be fair. The Marvel Spotlight thing, I think, is a direct reaction to not only Prime Video and their foothold that they have in superhero content, but also the coming of WB and the TV shows that they will have coming out whenever they get rolling.
Yeah.
If it ever happens.
We're gonna have a lot of competition in the adult only landscape.
Right. And while there's been this void, right, of content, they've allowed a lowly studio like Prime Video to really like do your thing better than you.
Absolutely killing it.
And so I think Spotlight was a way to give us the more mature superhero content that we are enjoying on other platforms here without directly clashing with Marvel continuity or any characters that have, more kid-driven fan bases like a Miss Marvel or anything like that. We can keep those worlds separate, keep it within the same world, and serve both audiences, which is what we should have been trying to do from the jump. We should never been this idea that like, oh, we're so desperate for women viewers, for young preteen viewers, that we will totally just disregard our entire fan base in every tangible way to get there, and then we'll circle back to those folks and give them what they want. That ain't it. That's not it.
Do you feel like Marvel Spotlight will be only or mostly TVMA releases?
I think it will be mostly mature releases because it gives them a way of doing it without having to incorporate Hulu, because now they can do everything on Disney Plus that's Marvel related, right? Because I thought that's where they were going at first, was that they were going to keep the more mature content and the Disney driven stuff separate on different apps, and that's why it was such a big thing for them to get Hulu back from Comcast. But by doing this, by the Marvel Spotlight thing, you literally are doing what you should have been doing the entire time, is having a separate menu with more mature content. And I do expect there to be, future Marvel movies that are being made right now that either should be rated R or have already been, confirmed to be R, such as Blade and Deadpool, will end up on Marvel Spotlight's page as opposed to just the general Disney Plus library.
Why not call it something other than Marvel Spotlight? Something more indicative of a darker tone.
I mean, it's literally a black screen with white writing that says Marvel Spotlight. I don't like it. It's dark enough for me, I guess.
Why not like Marvel Noir?
Fuck no.
That'd be hard. Marvel Black.
Marvel After Dark.
Marvel After Dark.
Marvel Uncut.
Marvel Uncut is crazy.
Yeah, give me Marvel Uncut, baby. Give me 3 a.m. with the credit cards and the booty cheeks.
Marvel Uncut is some craziness that I don't want any parts of.
Thor sliding the credit card down the cheeks is nuts.
Yo, wild. Robert Downey Jr. agrees to return to the MCU,
Horseshit.
which lets us know that maybe there might be some more Avengers coming back.
Bullshit.
Do you believe it?
I don't believe that Robert Downey Jr. has already signed to come back. I don't know who that outlet was. Screen
Geek.
Yeah, no, and I didn't see it put out anywhere else. Like, that would have been front page news if he had already confirmed it. Now, the Variety article that also was talking about Jonathan Majors did mention that they were entertaining bringing back the OG Avengers for another Avengers movie. Not Secret Wars, not Kang Dynasty, but for a new movie with a $100 million budget. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I mean, if we're rebooting this whole thing and we go into a new universe, maybe they can hand it off to the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where we're going.
Well, I still don't fuck with the new Avengers, but we'll see.
No. Not these Avengers, not Shang-Chi and them. No. We about to blow this whole shit up. So they fuck that. I mean, post Kang Dynasty, post Secret Wars, we gotta do this thing. They travel to wherever the new main universe is at, and we're gonna be like, this is what happened to our universe, and this is how you keep yours safe. And then they pass the torch, kind of thing. Maybe that's what they were thinking. I don't know.
Sam Wilson is still involved.
Sam can drive the Quinjet. But Sam flies. Sam can drive the Quinjet.
HBO has reportedly been ordering staff to create fake accounts to fire back at critics who poorly review their shows.
This is beautiful. Like, we know about rappers and singers buying streams, and we know about political parties that will have people in bots and just drone certain, engagements and certain posts and stuff like that. So let's just keep pulling the veil back, man. Can we continue to show how much, not just Twitter especially, because I feel like it's egregious on Twitter, but most social media places are just not real. They're not comprised of actual people. Yes, there is people there that interact and that you can meet and things of that nature that are real people behind the screen. But there are so many fake accounts that you would probably interact with one would not even know.
Oh, yeah.
And not even know. And they are so sophisticated now that they know what you're looking for when you don't follow a bot account or allow a bot account to follow you. And now they've gotten good. Ooh, yeah, let's maybe not have 1,500 following and only 3 followers.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying? Like these things exist, man. They hire people to go in on these posts and stuff like that. I feel like I encountered one 2 years ago. Had to cut the brother loose.
Probably.
I said, I know you getting paid, but you gonna have to annoy somebody else.
Is it who I think it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I think
I haven't heard from that profile in quite a
I
while.
think we caught one for sure. It's something that like we kind of always knew happened, but it's just good to hear it out loud to let you know that you're not crazy. You know, you're not doing a conspiracy theory. When you talk about that, the fact that people actually buy their support to a certain degree, or they combat criticism with dollars. Surprise. Wanted to send my condolences out to the stuntman for Black Panther, and obviously the Black Panther movie and the Avengers films. His name is
Taraja Ramses.
There you go. How did you find that faster than me? And I'm on the page already.
I sent Google search Black Panther stunt.
Oh, great. Taraja Ramses passed away tragically in a car crash with him and his 2 daughters over the weekend. So that it obviously is terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. And what's kind of, I guess, hard for me to reconcile. You know what? I'm not gonna take this man's passing I'm not gonna take that as an opportunity to talk about Black Panther. I would just say that, you know, my thoughts and prayers out to his family and in this time, man. I can't even fathom what they're going through right now. And to his employer, I would seek, you know, the same type of respect that you gave another former cast member from that production, because why not?
He was there on set. He was also family.
Because why not? Why shouldn't he be celebrated in the same way?
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, every time that we saw Black Panther in the suit on screen, it was him. It wasn't Chadwick Boseman. Every time you saw him in the suit with his helmet on, it was him, not Chadwick Boseman. So talk about bringing a character to life. Obviously, you know, nothing will ever be taken away from Brother Chadwick. But when you really get down to the nitty of it, final battle scene with Killmonger, the chase scene where you know he's on top of the car chasing Claw. The opening scene when he drops down into the jungle, any of the Avengers films, like, yo, I don't know how much exactly of his stunts that Chadwick Boseman did, but by the fact that they had one on staff for all of these appearances, let me know that he was pretty well involved. So R.I.P. to him, man. R.I.P. to Mr. Ramses.
Absolutely. You ready for Barbenheimer, the movie?
Ew, no.
The movie that they're apparently creating because of the social media craze that became Barbenheimer this summer, where Dr. Barbenheimer, who lives in Dolltopia or some bullshit like that, is constructing a nuclear bomb because Barbenheimer is a villain.
I cannot believe this is a real thing. I honestly cannot. Like, you really think that you're going to capture a moment in social media history from 2023, have it come out in 2025, and then everybody's going to remember why it's culturally relevant and rush to go see it? This is some of the dumbest shit, and this is why these studios be bleeding money like it's their cycle. Seriously. It's who thought this was a good fucking idea?
It's the next Morbius, bro.
I've got an idea. Let's take it back to 2012, 2013. And we're going to make a movie called Schmang It, Smash It and Bang It. And it's going to come out in 2018, baby, when absolutely no one even remembers what the fuck that is. Let me schmang it, girl. Smash it and bang it. Let me schmang it, girl. Smash it and bang it. Let me schmang it, girl. Smash it and bang it.
You know what we could do? We could make a movie about all those. It would be a horror movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a movie about all those crates that people were walking on, right?
That'd be a great movie to put out right now. You know what would be even better? We'll make a movie about the ASL Ice Bucket Challenge.
Ooh.
Right? Makes total sense. Makes
or
total
in
sense.
a couple years, we could make a Where the Money Reside movie.
Where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside. Okay, we coming out in theaters near you in 2028.
We'll do a biopic of homie.
This shit makes absolutely no sense.
Oh man,
If that shit actually comes out and we see it on a production schedule, they deserve to flop. They deserve to flop.
agreed. Any other thoughts on any other stories that came out this week at all?
I think we about covered everything. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week. I don't even know why that was so hard to remember. Come back next week for another episode of Behind the Cape.
Absolutely. Make sure you check out our previous video, I believe, where we discussed Brie Larson.
Yep.
Was that the last one?
Mm-hmm.
And make sure that you check us out in our playlist. Obviously, we do this every week. And make sure you subscribe. We'll have another one, like you said, next week for you.